Hey guys, Ambience here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to beat the new and shiny preset on the custom night of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So before we get into this real quick, I just wanted to thank you guys for 200 subscribers. We did just hit that milestone a few days ago. It completely went out of my head and I forgot to mention it in the last video. So yeah, I don't know how I forgot that, but thank you guys for 200 subscribers. We hit it a lot sooner than I was expecting to. I think we just hit 100 subscribers like 5 or 6 weeks ago. So yeah, we're making very good progress. We're really starting to snowball here. The amount of support has been incredible recently on the channel in general, but especially the FNaF guides. So yeah, I'm super excited to get some more of those out. We are starting to get toward the end of the FNaF 2 custom night challenges, I believe. So yeah, next one on the list is new and shiny. So pretty straightforward, as you can see here from the AI levels. All of the toy animatronics are set to 10. Everyone else is set to 0. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, I do want to warn you guys, this challenge is very luck-based. It is kind of deceptively difficult in that way, just because the vent animatronics, especially Toy Bonnie, have a habit of showing up at the absolute worst times, and sometimes even if you get a pretty much perfect run, then sometimes you just won't be able to win, because the toy animatronics will just stall forever on the music box, and there's not really a whole lot you can do in that situation. So, that's unfortunate, but hopefully we get a good run today. Start flashing the hallway, as always, when that more dangerous music starts to kick up. We are going to want to pay very close attention to the vents on this preset. They're very important, obviously, since 4 out of 5 of the animatronics on the menu do come in through the vents. So, once again, I'm going to repeat this advice. I've repeated it several times before. I still need to take my own advice on this. But make sure you're being patient with the vents. Make sure you're consciously processing what's actually in the vent before you raise the monitor. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of dumb deaths that you otherwise could have avoided. So, yeah, don't be like me in that regard. Don't try to rush things when it comes to the vents. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is don't be too worried to leave the monitor up for a long time and get a really good wind on the music box. The animatronics, the vent animatronics rather, cannot actually enter the office if they show up in the vents after you've already raised the monitor. So if they are in the vents before, then yeah, they'll pop in. But if they just show up like, say, 3 seconds after you raise the monitor, then yeah, you'll be fine. Nothing to worry about until you put the monitor back down. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get this music box to full up here. Always try to keep the music box wound as much as possible, guys. There's not really a lot to worry about here. Toy Freddy's the only one who can force down your monitor. Foxy's at a very low AI. There's not really anything to worry about while you have the monitor up for a long period of time, so keep it up for as long as possible in order to get the fullest wind possible. You always want that music box to be very high, because if you do get unlucky and one of those vent animatronics does show up, then you are obviously going to want to have the music box as high as possible, instead of getting really unlucky and having it very low. If the music box is only at like a quarter and Toy Bonnie shows up, then yeah, you're probably not going to make it out of that. So make sure you always have the music box. I like to keep it at least 3/4 wound up on this preset, and even higher if you can. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this to above 3/4. Should have no problem here. There we go, guys. Full wind, just like that. And look at that. No problems when we lower the monitor. So, yeah, don't be afraid to go for huge winds on this preset. It is definitely possible, and I think it will help you guys out a lot. Toy Bonnie, of course, likes to stall for a long time. I've mentioned this before also, but if you're in a pinch, then it is possible to actually wind the music box while Toy Bonnie is in the vent. If you do pull it up very early, then you should be okay. Like if Toy Bonnie shows up, there's I think it's actually a random amount of time. It's not very long, but there is a window where you can actually pull up the monitor and wind the music box without getting jump scared. So I would definitely not recommend relying on that, but if you guys are in a pinch where the music box is very low and Toy Bonnie is in the vent, then don't be afraid to use it, because you're not really going to be able to do anything else in that situation anyway. Also, guys, sound cues are very important on this preset, so make sure to constantly listen for those sound cues, especially whenever you have the Freddy mask on. It's really helpful to hear the banging around in the vents to know when an animatronic could be leaving. Obviously, there's a lot of animatronics moving around in the vents, so you are going to have a lot of red herrings, but it is still a very important audio cue just to be able to know what's going on around you. So, yeah, that is very helpful, I think. Always pay attention to audio cues in Five Nights at Freddy's games, but especially on this preset in particular. And like I said, always keep the music box pretty much fully wound up. If you can, it is 3 a.m. and we got a pretty good wind last time, so I think we'll be okay to just kind of wait out Toy Chica here. That took a very long time. See, if the music box was low, I'd be dead right now. but I went for a huge wind, and I was okay. So let's get this back up to full real quick. Go ahead and flash Foxy. He's not even in the hallway right now. I thought he'd be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, don't really need to worry about Foxy too much. If you see him in the hallway, don't panic, his AI is set very low on this preset, so I wouldn't worry too much about him. So yeah, don't be afraid to keep the mask on for a long time. Don't be afraid to have the monitor up for a long time. It is pretty rare that he'll actually be able to kill you as long as you are flashing him whenever you can. See if we can get this to full. There we go. Oh, there's BB. Did he leave? Nope. That was a fake out. See, that couldn't happen. Okay, thing's gone now. Yep. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and get another huge wind here. Let's do 3/4. I think Foxy's getting a little bit aggressive, so let's make sure. Alright, he's not being super aggressive right now, so we are fine to go for a full wind here. Alright, still nothing interesting happening. So, yeah, guys, the biggest tip that I can give you for this mode is always make sure that you're going for extremely long winds on the music box. This obviously isn't a good general piece of advice when Foxy is very active, or you can have the monitor forced down a lot by other office animatronics besides Toy Freddy. But on this preset in particular, this is going to help you out tremendously. The best thing you can do is go for full winds here. Like I said, make sure to flash Foxy every now and then, just so he doesn't start getting super aggressive. There is a slight chance you might lose this mode to Foxy, but it's not going to happen a lot. So really don't worry about it too much, guys. Alright, there we go. Always want to listen for that audio cue, of course, of Mangle's static, as you can put on the mask just a little bit earlier and hopefully get to the music box just a little bit sooner. You always want Toy Bonnie to come out of the vent as soon as possible, so if you have something else to do while you're waiting for him for, like, just a second, maybe you need to flash the hallway a few more times, absolutely go for that, and then throw on the mask afterwards. You will be okay, and Toy Bonnie will come out of the vent even sooner, most likely, so not really wasting any time there. Sometimes it is kind of difficult to know how long Toy Bonnie's been in the vent, especially if you have the monitor up for a long period of time. But yeah, if you need to get in flashes or whatever else, then check the left vent, whatever. If you haven't already, you probably have already, but, you know, just flash the hallway a few times if you need to. Don't be afraid to if Toy Bonnie's in that vent. Because as you can see, if I put on the mask as soon as he shows up, then he waits a few seconds to get out anyway. So let's go ahead and wind this box. Let's go for a 3/4 wind, I think, since it was so low. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys out of here. Angle's gone. Check on BB. Flashlight. Okay, we are good. Flashlight battery is running a little bit low. I'm not too concerned about it. Neither should you guys. You are going to have to put on the mask quite a while, or for quite a while. Sorry, I can't speak again on this mode. So you won't even have a huge amount of time to actually flash the hallway, and you don't need to flash the hallway a lot either because of Foxy. Okay, there we go. I don't know why my screen transitions aren't working. That should have been like a slow fade to 6 a.m. Not really sure what's wrong with the game right now, but okay, whatever. That's super weird. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't affect anything, obviously. So, anyway, yeah, that is new and shiny, guys. Hopefully I was able to give you guys some good tips. I was actually struggling with this a little while ago. I tried to get back into FNaF 2's custom night, and I was just making a ton of mistakes on that mode in particular. And yeah, I definitely found that full winds are the thing that a lot of people overlook that they can even do on that mode, and it will help you out a lot, so make sure to wind that music box all the way to full. Alright, so we are approaching toward the end, I think, of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 custom night guides. So if you are liking these guides, then be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We got a lot of great projects in the works. We're going to go back to 420 mode on FNaF 1 pretty soon. That is going to take quite a bit of time to produce, and I wanted to do it right for you guys. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching this guide. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.